Welcome to Hangar 207. We are in the garage and we're working on the 1940. Just to do a quick little recap of the last videos in this series. The first one was when I brought it home, telling you what I was going to do with it, the plans and all that stuff. The second video is where we was taking the original frame out from underneath the car. The third video was actually taking the frame and shortening it. And then at the end of that video, I happened to do like a cliffhanger. I'll do a little quick recap of the end of the video right now. The frame is welded up, and now is getting this frame ready to go underneath the car. But there's some problems. Now, if you want to watch the previous videos, just go to my YouTube page, click on by clicking on my icon, and then clicking on videos, and then they're right there and they're in order, they're numbered. I'm going to make a playlist as soon as I start putting out more videos. But while you're at it, if you can like and subscribe and share, I'd really appreciate it. It really help the channel out if I get enough subscribers, because this is an expensive project and it's going to get more and more expensive because of what I'm planning on doing, which we're going to go over more of what I'm going to do later. But right now, you're probably waiting to hear about what the problems are. Well, the problems are not bad, but they're challenging. First of all, this is the original frame. 4 inches, this is from here to here, is about 4 inches wider than the S10 frame. And up here, this is where the front of the body bolts to. It's a lot lower. The other problem is, if you see where this frame here comes across the differential and comes down and swoops here like this, the body actually comes down right like this, and this body mounts here. This hole here is a body mount. This here's a body mount. This here is a body mount. And these two are body mounts. Plus back here was a body mount. The body sets on the S10 frame because the S10 frame comes off of this like this. The S10 frame comes like this and then flattens out, which means the body floor sets right on this, and it's about this high, which sets the wheel real low in the wheel well. Let me see if I can show you an example. See that? That looks retarded. Let me get some light over here. Well, if you look here, see this is a lip off of the side here, and the actual body is up here underneath, about 2 inches. So that's got to come down to here, but it can't because it's hitting the floor here and here. So there's that so word again. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut the floor down this way because it's touching the frame all the way up to about right here. So I have to cut the floor out, which really kind of sucks because it's fairly solid floor in most part. Right there's some bad spots, but on the most part it's fairly solid, especially back there. So I've got to cut that out to get the car to sit down on the frame. Now, the way I figured it, it's only going to come up about this far. The body's going to come up to like the top of this bolt. This bolt here is right above the axle, and there's a hole right here where the body mount goes in, right there. You can't see it, but it's there. Normally this would sit right on it, but so now I have to make a mount come like this that the body will sit on. But I gotta bring this down a lot further. But I can only go so far because back here, that is going to touch the trunk lid, or the trunk floor is going to hit the frame before this part here hits. Now that's going to, when I bring it down, it'll bring the tire up about here. So I'm still going to have a big gap. It's going to look tacky, so I have to put some lowering blocks on the axle, which will raise the axle up, which will bring the back down more. Now, up here in the front, I'll have to knot these blocks. These are just on there for temporarily until I get it lined up. I will have to put something on that coming up to underneath the mounts, because this here, underneath here, there were the two holes that bolted to this part here originally. So I'm going to have to make something, because you can see how far it comes down here. So this is where the root top of the frame was, equivalent to the old frame. So this is, you know, basically 4 inches is what that will be. And so we're going to cut the floor out. I don't know how much of it I want to video, but I'm going to give it a shot and try to get it to work. Let's see. All right, there's all that. This should set down on this side. That looks like it did it pretty good. Whoops. Well, I got it down there, both sides. The problem is still the wheel well from here to here is still a great distance. So I'm going to have to put blocks underneath the differential, raise the differential to bring the back down. The front is probably still 2 inches too high, but I have to do some trimming. I have to do some trimming to get it to fit, because this part here is going to hit. It'll miss this side. Looks like it's got to go over by 1/4 of an inch and hit the other side. Right here. But since that's kind of bad there, I might pull it out, cut this out, and this part here, the frame off. So this can come down about another 2 inches. And then that should be the stance. It should look pretty good. hot and tired. Got that floor inside this oven was tough, and of course I tried using one of them diamond wheels, and they ain't worth a crap. The zip discs cut real good, except they throw stuff everywhere and they make a mess out of things, and it hurts when it hits you, but they don't last long. You go through a lot of them, but it cuts a lot better. So, you know, I have a plan, but I keep running into walls. So you just keep bundling through the walls until you get them all down, and then you get everything done the way you want. And a lot of people have done this with S10 frames with vehicles like this, and I got a buddy that did it, but his was a business coupe. He didn't have a floor, so he had a clean slate. You know, I can cut the whole floor out, but then I have to replace the floor. That could be very expensive. So anyways, the body is pretty much on there. A little tweaking here and there, and I gotta make the body mounts and bolt them down and lower the front down a little more. Then I gotta take it off again and cut anything off the frame that doesn't need to be there. Clean it up. See if I can get some paint on it maybe. And I'm still gonna have to, I got a lot more to do. This is gonna take a while because all the little projects, little things that's gotta happen. Thanks for watching Hangar 207 in the garage, 1940 edition. Like and subscribe if you would, please. Till the next video.